Right, we see this question also. This is the second question. So now just I'll read this question. You see, try to write on notes, please. In Young's experiment, the interference pattern is found to have. In Young's experiment, please try to write it. The interference pattern is found to have an intensity ratio between the bright and dark fringes as 9I and I. Bright fringe intensity is 9I, dark fringe intensity is I, 9I and I. Full stop. What is the ratio of first one, intensities? What is the ratio of their intensities? Number 2, ratio of their amplitudes. First one is ratio of their intensities and number 2, ratio of their amplitudes. Very simple question it is. So here bright and dark fringes they have given. So I maximum they have given. See the solution. I maximum, that is equal to 9I. I maximum, that is equal to 9I. And I minimum they have given. I minimum is equal to I. I maximum is equal to 9I and I minimum is equal to I. Now I maximum by I minimum, that we can take. And you know I maximum is equal to root over I1 plus root over I2 whole square. And you know the I minimum is equal to root over I1 minus root over I2 whole square. This is I maximum and it is I minimum. So ratio you can take. So therefore I maximum divided by I minimum. I maximum divided by I minimum is equal to root over I1 plus root over I2 whole square divided by root over I1 minus root over I2 whole square. What is I maximum, I minimum? 9I divided by I they have given. So that is equal to 9I divided by I. I gets cancelled, that is equal to 9 by 1. So root over I1 plus I2 whole square divided by root over I1 minus root I1 minus root I2 whole square. So this you can see. Therefore root over I1, shall I write here? Right. So root over I1 plus root over I2 divided by root over I1 minus root over I2 whole square. Like this also you can write. That is equal to 9 divided by 1. Okay. So root over you can take it. So you write this 9 by 1 as 3 square by 1 square. Means you write it is as 3 by 1 whole square. So on both sides you take the square, cancel out. So that is root I1 plus root I2 divided by root I1 minus root I2 is equal to 3 by 1. Okay, add plus 1 on both sides. Add plus 1 on both sides. That is, see here, root I1 plus root I2 by root I1 minus root I2 plus 1, that is equal to 3 by 1 plus 1. Minus 1 you can take, otherwise you take minus 1. Plus 1, if you take plus 1, 4 by 1, like that also you can take, no problem. So if you take like this, then what happened here? 2 root I1 divided by 2 root I2 will get. So you take that is add on both sides, or otherwise plus 1 you can take, that is like this you can take 3 by 1, 3 by 1. So you simplify this. If you simplify this one, add plus 1 there and here. So if you add plus 1 to there and here, that is root I1 divided by root I2, that is equal to 3 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. 3 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. So that is equal to 4 by 2. Is it correct? 4 by 2. So if we cancel these two, it is 2. So if we take this is I1 by I2 whole square you can take, that is 4 by 1. So I1 is to I2 is equal to, from this we can write it is as I1 is to I2, that is equal to 4 is to 1. So I1 is to I2 is equal to 4 is to 1. But you know I is proportional to A square. So therefore A1 by A2 means A1 is to A2 is equal to 2 is to 1. So I1 by I2 is equal to 4 by 1. I is proportional to A square. So that is I1 by I2 is equal to 4 is to 1 and A1 by A2 is equal to 2 is to 1. Why? Because that is I1 by I2 is equal to A1 by A2 whole square. That is 2 by 1 whole square, that is 2 is to 1. So answer is I1 is to I2 is equal to 4 is to 1. A1 is to A2 is equal to 2 is to 1. So that is the answer. Okay, right, good.